Are you a veteran trying to purchase a property in Florida, but you think you can't buy a new construction home? Well, in this episode of Building Connections Without Talks, I'm going to bring to you the way not only that you can actually purchase a property, purchasing your VA loan, but what not to do when doing so, and especially what to do to be able to do it the right way. Even if you're not a veteran, I'm going to show you right now how there's a whole bunch of potentials right now of new construction homes building right now or finished building already in the whole state of Florida. I'm going to bring it to my screen so that you can know exactly where to go to find those yourself. And then if you have questions, feel free to ask them. Either put them in the link below or in the comments below, or contact me directly. But anyway, I'm Betty Gonzalez, your host here at Building Connections Without Talks. Thank you for tuning in. And let me show you what I'm talking about. I want to tell you a special, the way that I'm going to do this today, I'm going to do it a little differently because I'm going to use my own experience and my own mistakes that I've done when I was using my VA loan. The right thing that I did was I actually used my VA loan to buy houses. So that's a good thing. But there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. So I'm going to share my screen to show you a little bit of the story of how it happened to me. And it happened right here when I bought my first new construction home in Florida back in 2016. So let me bring up my screen so that I can share it with you and explain it. Again, like I was saying, you can use this strategy with anybody. You don't have to be a brand new construction home to be able to know this or share this. Okay, so here you go. There's a wrong way and a right way to buy new construction homes. So the wrong way is that you go through Zillow, you browse for agents, and then you just realize that you will never going to be able to afford this house. You fall in love with them, but you disqualify yourself because you assume that you just don't qualify based on your credit, income, or myth about using the VA loan. Because a lot of VA qualified buyers believe that you are either like that the VA loan expires, or that you can only use it one time, or even that you cannot use it multiple times during the same time. You can also hold two properties using the VA loan. And I could talk to you more about that later. But even let's say that you bought property in one station, duty station, and then you decided to sell it, and then you are able to use it again, guys. So sometimes people think it's because based on credit. That's not necessarily true because the VA loan doesn't hold you to a specific credit score. The lender does. The lender decides how much of credit they want you to have. That the VA loan does not decide that. And also I could explain to you a little bit more about that. Or you decide, oh, let me call this random listing person because I want to go ahead and look at this, and then you just jump into the wrong agents, into the wrong people, into the wrong people that can actually help you. But this is, I just want to go ahead and show you this stuff. Okay, this right here, this is the house that I purchased right here in Miami. It's back where the zoo is. So let me explain to you. I was in Texas and I got my orders. Let me stop here first, and then I'm gonna tell you. So I was in Texas and I got my orders to go to Korea. At this point, by the time I was going to go to Korea, by the time I finished coming back from Korea, I was going to have 19 years of service. So I say, whatever my next duty station is, then that will be my last one, and I will be able to retire. So as a family, my husband and I, we say, since we want to move to Florida, let's go ahead and purchase this property. So this is the wrong way to do it. Okay, this is the backwards way to do it. I started to look at everything like I was telling you that people do it. And I was looking at all of these builders, right? First of all, you never know where all of the builders are because you as a consumer, the builders don't come straight to you. They go straight to the agents because they know the agents have more consumers that they can reach by themselves. So they have advertisements. Yes, they do. But if they're a smaller builder, sometimes they don't have the budget. So they reach out to agents because since they have on the public records who is an agent, they go ahead and they advertise it to us, and then we can bring in the buyers. Because remember, a lot of these builders, new constructions, they don't have an established address. So people are not going to find the buying address. They need to go to an agent so that they can bring them there. Unless you're driving by an area and you see a builder there, very rarely people that are not from the area or even go to that part of town can see that there's a new construction home. So that's the first thing that I did wrong. So I started looking for all of these places, and we fell in love with this property. I mean, I'm not talking about this property was wrong. It's just the way that I use my VA loan. Okay, so let me share my screen again so I can show you what I'm talking about. So this is the house. So first of all, the property that we decided to build was with a smaller builder, not a bigger builder. And they haven't started building anything at this point, to the point that they didn't have model homes built. There's nothing wrong with that, except that there's a caveat. When they don't have anything built and they don't have any inventory, where first of all, they don't have enough houses appraising at the same time for that kind of house in that area. These houses were being built in the middle of an already established neighborhood, but they had different price points. They have never had a house as big as the one that I bought in that area. So there's not going to be any comps for that property when it came time for an appraisal to use with the VA loan. That's one of them, but that we find out that at the end. So we went ahead and we decided to purchase this property, which the good thing is we didn't have to put any money as a down payment because we're using the VA loan. However, and this is a big however, if you want any big upgrades, you needed to come out of pocket 75% of the value upfront cash before they even built the property. Why is this? Because they wanted to make sure that they had the money to build it, because these builders, they borrow money to build these houses in faith that you're going to close on them. But if you don't close, then they get stuck with the inventory, with a property that's valued more expensive. So you had to pay this upfront, at least for this builder. Remember, it was a smaller builder, not a national big brand. So we came out of pocket. So this right here, it was an area that it was called a little casita, a home within a home, which these windows right here are these windows right over here that you see when they were building it. Right here, they didn't have the windows. And this is my son right on the backyard in the little covered porch. And this is like somewhere in the front. So, and this is Sophia. So what I'm saying is you need to know an agent. So this is the backwards. I didn't have an agent. I didn't know who to trust. I didn't know what to do. So my husband and I, we went straight to the builders and we represented ourselves. So by me doing that, I missed on opportunities on properties that were already built with more incentives. And let me give you this, because like I said, this house was the very first one. The model home hasn't been built for this house or any other model for that. And that I decided to build the biggest house, the biggest model. And because of that, when the appraiser came, the house did not appraise. Had I had a VA agent helping me, right, or a bigger builder, because the bigger the builder, the more that they have used the VA loan program and understand how to help veterans. But since they were a small builder, what happened was they didn't know things that otherwise people that use the VA loan or specialize in the VA loan would know. For example, like ay Dios mío, I cannot think of this, underwater, you can rebuttal the VA appraisal if you have enough data to back it. So the data that we have with this property was that we added an upgrade of the little house, and the appraiser used the original model home to do the square footage per house and left out the casita, which is an extra square footage for the property under AC. But we didn't know how to do that. And therefore, at the end of the when we needed to close, remember, sometimes you put money up front with these builders, but when you close on the VA loan, that money comes back to you. So we did it. It was not a problem. We have savings. Let's put it out of our account, out of our savings. It was about $50,000, guys, okay, that we put out of our pocket because we built a little house as an upgrade, and we did other upgrades. Remember, this was supposed to be our retirement forever home. So now let me tell you. So because of the casita, like I said, that casita had a little living room. It had a kitchen, a kitchenette area, washer and dryer, a separate bathroom, and a separate bedroom. It was pretty nice, and a private entrance. So through here, you will go through the main house, and it has another door here that you will go through the house. So this was our house. I was happy. It was over 4,000 square feet, guys. So what happened? My husband had 2.5 hours commute one way. And all of this while I am in Korea. Not only that, this is the best part. So we had to wait almost a year. So you have to have the right expectations. So they were supposed to give us this property in November of that same year. We started back in February of 2015. We moved to Florida June 2015, and we're hoping to move to the property October, November of that year. I went to Korea from June 15 all the way, supposed to come back the next year. And we didn't close until I was extended in Korea for 2 months, waiting waiting for my replacement. So guys, I'm telling you that I almost came from Korea and the house was not being finished. We didn't close on the house. My husband closed on the house, I believe, either the end of June or beginning of July, and I got here in August. So that's how long it took. So therefore, my husband had to move a few times because he had short-term rentals. According to them, that we were going to be able to move by the end of that year. So my husband, not only did he get it six months, he extended it for 9 months, and still he had to move because they rented the property to someone else, thinking that we were going to move out. So my husband had to move somewhere else. So this is the wrong way to buy a new construction home, right? That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You have to know the agent, first of all, because they're local and they know exactly what's happening in that area. And they are able to guide you on properties that are available that you don't even know, because as a consumer, you don't know the things that agents in the area know. So I didn't know any agents, and I didn't call any random agents. I didn't know who to call. That's the thing. Since I didn't have an agent that knew real VA, and also that lender didn't know the process of the VA, we didn't get to have the right appraisal. So we had to stay out of money because the house should have appraised during that time around $525,000 or so, and it appraised at $480,000. So whatever money we had put in, we couldn't take out. So yeah, we didn't have to put anything for the down payment, but because we had all of these upgrades thinking that we were going to be able to get it back because it makes sense, it didn't happen. Anyway, so that's the wrong way. Let me share. I just wouldn't want you to go through what we went through, because that was not fun, guys. Now, there is a right way to do it. First of all, like I said, you have to start with the VA pre-approval letter. But if you don't have a VA pre-approval letter, at least you have to have an agent, not only an agent, but an agent that understands the VA and will fight for your rights and find you the builders that actually work with the VAs, right? And then also you want to make sure that these are bigger builders that understand the VA loan process. Because let's say that the builder, a construction person that's gonna do the mortgage for you, for example, because that's how they use their incentives to be able to for you to get the discounts. Then at least the agent will know to tell you that you have the right to rebuttal an appraiser, because that could happen in brand new construction homes, especially when it's at the beginning stages and they don't have enough houses to compare to in the area. So you also want to leverage the incentives, like I said, that you get the buy downs, sometimes rate buy downs. And the reason I'm talking about specifically to my VA today is because right now you're able to get in brand new houses. Listen up to me. Since you're using the VA loan, you don't have to do any down payment. But not only that, you don't have to do closing costs. And some of them are even paying buying down rates so that you have a better interest rates than anyone else buying in the general market. And the builders that will give the most benefits. I know them because a lot of the times they know I was a veteran, so they send me tons of stuff. And then you want to buy the house that's going to create equity the moment you buy them. And unfortunately, the way that you find these properties is because sometimes people like ourselves, like if something would have happened to me or my husband during the whole year that the property was being built. For example, right now, unfortunately, some people lost their jobs if they work for the government, for example. But if they were building a property, they probably, after losing their jobs, they probably couldn't afford to close on that property. Therefore, now the builder has a built house that doesn't have a buyer. Those are the ones that you want to get in. First of all, if you had upgrades, it's already baked into the property. So that when the appraiser comes, it's already in there. Second of all, now because the lender has to get rid of this property, they're going to try to do anything and they will roll the red carpet for you to be able to get rid of this inventory that's eating out in interest and taxes, right, for them. So they don't want this. So they will try to do the rollout red carpet. And I'm going to show you right now. Let me show you before I show you my story I told you the wrong way to buy them, and then I did the right way to buy them, right? So let me see. So let me show you this. I'm going to show it. I'm going to play a short clip. So that right way, the other property, so that house here in Miami. So guess what? The Army decided to send me to Alabama, and that's a very long story. We ended up selling it, and I told you this story in another video. But let me know if you want to hear it, or I'll give you another link so that you can watch that one. And then in Alabama, we decided to buy this property. Now, this time we got an agent for the area. I learned my lesson. I did see this house. I loved it, but I found an agent, and we came out of pocket, zero money out of pocket. No down payment, obviously, because we use our VA loan, and we didn't have to put any closing costs because this, first of all, the builder was around a military installation, so they understood it. But this builder was a very small builder. This is one of the builders that they will find a lot, and they will build on it, they will try to sell it. So there's builders like that here in Florida that most agents are the ones that know about these ones and twos, and we need to see what kind of incentives they're giving, right? So this is what it is. It was close to Christmas. It was already in December, and my kids were kept on telling us that if we were gonna put the Christmas tree on our house because they didn't have one yet. I think we closed on this house December 18, 2018. That's how close to Christmas it was. So what we did after the school, right? We closed on the house. We came to the house and we put up our Christmas tree, and that's how we were gonna present the new house to our kids. I'm gonna show you a short clip of 2 minutes in a few minutes so that you can see the reactions. But we introduced them with the elf. It says, "Dear Manny and Sophia, I am so sorry for the late arrival, but Santa had me doing a special mission to get you a big surprise. But before I tell you, I want you to, the big surprise, I need you to listen to your mom and dad and eat first. After you eat, you can open the gift. I got you. And guess what your surprise is." So this right here, I'm going to show you in the video what this is. And this is Elf giving the surprise to them. And this is them right in front of the house. This is the house. Now, I'm going to show you that. But before I show you that, I want to share this other screen that I really hope people are watching this or get to watch this video, because there's so many opportunities right now, guys, that you just don't know. So right here, if you go to my website, which is betty.gonzalez@exprealty.com, you're going to see right in the middle, search new construction homes. And once you hit that, you're going to come here, right? Here says Miami-Dade for the bottom. But the truth is, I can show you the whole Florida. Each of these little spots right here that you see, it's a spot that is a new construction home happening right here in Miami-Dade, Naples, and I can show you anywhere in Florida and everywhere in Florida, because I'm with the XP. We have what is called the military network, and we have military agents all over the U.S. And I can show you that. If you want to find anything in the U.S., I can show you that as well. But let's say that we want to find something right here in Miami-Dade County. All I do is go there, and then we'll find all of the communities that are available right now and what they're offering, right? And let me see, we can see the homes. These are communities and these are by homes. And I can show you on the map right here in Miami or Miami-Dade. There's some in Kendall. Those are a little bit more expensive. These are our single family homes, more expensive. Then you have townhouses in the 400,000s and single family homes. And then you have a cluster of properties here. So that's how you can find them here you can find them listed. And then here you can see how some of them are going down in price. Look, 26,000. This one's 37,000 have gone down. This one is 41,000 from the base price, and this one is 61,000. So this is a big savings from, if it's in between 564,000 and 690,000, and it went down 61,000. That's a big savings, guys. Okay. So, and this is how you can see them. You can go in the website and see that if you want me to. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put them in the comments below so that you can see that. But let me see that you want to look somewhere. Let's say somewhere crazy. Let me see. Let me put Texas. If for anybody, any of my Texas, let me see, Central Texas. Why didn't it come out? Okay, here we go. Fort Worth. Now we're talking. I can show you. And you can come here and talk to me, and I will be able to find you an agent. Like I'm telling you, when I went to Alabama to buy this. When I was buying here, I didn't have an agent. I didn't know who to talk to. I didn't know who to call. So I did it on my own. In Alabama, I was already there. When I was buying here, I wasn't here. In Alabama, I was already there. So I found this agent that I like, that she understood what I was looking for, and she was excellent, right? Now, for some of you, this is my experience with my 22 years of active duty, and now that I'm an agent, what I see is a lot of people that qualify to buy with the VA loan are very shy to do it because they believe that either don't qualify or they cannot buy a house, or they see it out of reach. They think their credit is not good enough. Guys, it's easier than you think. And it doesn't only affect you, it creates a sense of belonging with your kids, and it helps. Let me show you this clip and you let me know if it makes you feel something. Mind you that my kids have been in new houses before. By the time that we bought this house, we have been in 1, 2, 3. This is our 4th house. This is a brand new house that my kids have lived in. And look at their reactions. Let me share this with you. The houses. So why do we have that there now?
Wait.
So why do we have that there now?
Wait. What?
Okay. So why's that surprise? Okay. So why's that surprise? Who do you think? Welcome home. Welcome home. This is our new home, guys. This is our new home. Let's open it. Yeah. Okay, okay.
Thank you.
Are you happy, Manny? Are you guys happy? You didn't know?
We were just at school like a normal day. And we called was like in the house.
Is it? You happy, Manny? Not yet. Next week. Well, ¿cómo se dice?
At least be here.
¿Cómo se dice? Okay, guys, I hope you were able to view or listen to the video. But my point is, it's not only good for you, it's good for your children. They get super excited. And when we bought this house here, they're excited too. It's just nice. It's a feeling that I don't know how to explain to you. And I have friends of mine that I helped them purchase their house. And I know that they feel the same way. After being in the military for so many years, people never really bought a house because they were afraid that they were about to move. But I'm telling you, there's plenty of opportunities here, anywhere in the States. If you have any questions and you would like to know a little bit more, I'm actually hosting a free online webinar for my VA buyers or that are looking. You don't even have to buy, guys. If you're just wanting to know, I'm going to show you examples of the difference between renting and, the regular using a FHA and then using the VA and how your monthly payments will look like. Just click the link below. I'm going to put it in the comments so that you can attend. It's going to be next Tuesday at 7 o'clock EST. Anyway, guys, However, if you feel that you cannot attend or you don't have time, you're ready now, I'm also going to click the link below anyway, and I'm going to put another link directly to my calendar if you just want to talk to me, and I will show you and give you access to the specific communities or the areas that you're looking for. And if you don't find something that you're looking for, let me know, and I do some phone calls. I make some phone calls and I talk to some builders because they have communities that are coming that I might not be showing on site yet because they haven't broke ground or because they're not ready to tell the public, but they will tell us. Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope you got something out of this. Have a great day and have a great weekend. See you next week. Bye. Real quick, calling all Doral professionals, entrepreneurs, and community influencers. Are you ready to showcase your business, share your knowledge and experience with our engaged audience? Building Connections Doral Talks invites you to become a guest speaker on our podcast. Share your unique perspectives and inspiring stories with our listeners. We believe in the power of your voice in shaping the conversations right here in Doral. Click the link below to submit your information and be part of our next episode. Join us in building connections, sharing knowledge, and growing together. Don't miss this opportunity to be a featured guest on Building Connections Doral Talks. Tune in, connect, share, and grow together with Building Connections Doral Talks, reshaping the way we engage with the diverse voices of Doral, one guest at a time. Doral Talks, your voice, our community. Click the link now on the show notes, the screen, or in the comments below, or just scan the QR code to submit your information as a guest. I hope to see you soon. See you in the next podcast. Bye.